Hello and welcome, as it is the 26th day of February 2018. It's also been a little over 1 week since the Litecoin cash fork. And before we get into the LCC on the LTC, I mentioned earlier after the market broke down through this support relatively fast, it should come down towards this area. And sure enough, it has. It has had a small bottom thus far from this point. But again, Litecoin Cash. And right now on the Yobit exchange, the only place I can see where you can trade it, this is the status on the wallet. If I push on the deposit button and I wait for it to load, there it's loaded. Deposit for such currency temporarily off. That's the way it's been since I first checked it several days ago. I don't see it trading anywhere else. And there's several family members' wallets with Litecoin in it. And if the payment or the value of such is going to be very good, then I'm going to want it. But how am I going to sell it if it doesn't trade on an exchange? It seems pretty obvious that if Bittrex and any of the other big boys do not take the exchange, the price is almost deemed and certain to be worth almost nothing. And even if it does go to a Bittrex or other exchanges like that, it still might work with poor value later on, because it's trading at like $5 a piece or $4 or whatever it is, and you can multiply that by 10, like $40 or $50 per Litecoin you would have. Okay, Litecoin's over 200, that's 25%. That's pretty darn near good. Okay, but when people actually can sell it, I'll be very curious to see how the market moves. So therefore, I can't do anything right now. I'm waiting for stuff to happen, because what I have done is I have downloaded the Litecoin Cash Core wallet on an older computer. I have taken one of my family members' accounts and moved the Litecoin to another wallet. But I don't even want to, with that one wallet that I moved, after I moved the funds, what I did is I went to the web page where you recover the 24 seed word phrase. I disconnected the internet. I then recovered the private key. I copied that private key into a notepad file. I file saved as onto a flash drive, and I have it on a flash drive, the private key. But I don't even want to go onto the site now, the wallet, to get my free, what would work out, it was 7.25 Litecoin, so 72.5 Litecoin Cash I'd be looking to get. But I don't even want to retrieve them now, because I have to give them the private key. If it works out that it never is good, or I notice when exchanges start coming out, if they ever do, that they trade for like nothing, then I'm just going to want to move those Litecoin back to where they were, and just my niece's, in this case, her Litecoin will be back to where they were before. So it's very interesting. It's been a week, and yet no exchanges coming in through. You can't deposit on Yobit right now. It's an interesting situation. This is all that I know. I haven't looked too much more into it, but I do search for exchanges that cover Litecoin Cash. I see there's an interesting one on Nova Exchange, but just the same code, LCC. It's like a few Satoshi. It's a totally different one, and it's been going on for a while. But the only place I see it traded on is Yobit, and the only ones who actually got them there were those who had Litecoin at the time of the fork 8 days ago. You obviously got 10 times more than what you had, but the process is very, very slow. And one of the things I stated from the start was, it was really interesting how it was only a few weeks of notice that something like this was going to go down. When Bitcoin Cash came out, the amount of notice they gave was substantially greater than such. So, yes, thank you for tuning in, and take care. Bye-bye.